Am I the a-hole for trying to take back $80,000 of the $160,000 my spouse spent behind my back? My husband spent $160,000 investing in baseball cards without telling me. During this same time, he would get mad at me for spending money on meal plans or salon services. I would get yelled at for my disrespectful spending and my financial goals not aligning with his, so he'd say. He did most of this spending on his personal credit card that he paid for with our joint account. For a long time, I didn't have access to our online banking, so I didn't see the amounts he was paying in his credit card. Whenever I would question a $2 or a $4,000 payment, he would have some excuse and usually would say it was on the family or grocery store. He would refuse to show me his statements. One day driving to lunch, he mentioned how my friends owed him for the concert tickets that I had used his card to buy. This was after 2 months ago when he promised he had a $2,000 balance and was going to pay it off and stop using it. So I asked, I thought it was going to be paid off a couple of months ago. That was all it took. He launched into me about how I ruin everything, why we can't just enjoy the day, this is why my relationships never work out, on, and dropped me back off at our house and left. It was this outburst that made me realize there was more going on. After lots of back and forth and digging, and finally getting him to give me access to his credit card statements, I added up $160,000 in 3 years that he'd spent. I already realized the financial abuse that has taken place on so many levels, and there is so much I'm not including. During all of this, my husband met with a divorce lawyer, then begged me for another chance. This was about a year ago. We are still together, but as you can imagine, the financial issues are only one of many. At the time I realized what he had spent and that I was so ill prepared for divorce, I started transferring money from our joint account to my personal account every month. My goal over time is to take my half back, $80K, and invest it how I want to. He was of course mad, but I basically said, oh well. He should have considered me when he spent it, and I was only correcting a wrong. Recently, he made sure the money wasn't in the account when my transfer was scheduled. He did this 2 months in a row and said I could no longer do this. I waited for the money to be there and did the transfer anyway. He went nuts, telling me that I'm a rat, that he'd sell the house, dissolve our business, etc. He said that it's wrong for me to go tit for tat and that I should let it go. The money is just sitting in my account and I have not spent any of it. Am I the a-hole for trying to take back my half over time?